Today I'm going to show you how I finish the soles on cowboy boots. I have the sole sanded and completely smoothed. I've sanded the sole with ever finer sandpaper until I finally have gotten it very, very slick and smooth. And now I'm ready to begin dyeing and inking. I'm going to start out with dark brown leather dye. It's from Phoebe's. And I'm going to carefully run it right along that edge. So I'm not being so careful down here because the heel will be positioned here. And all I want is for it to go down far enough that the heel covers any uneven edges. It absolutely doesn't matter what happens from about here back, because the heel has a nice straight edge and whatever happens under there doesn't matter. Next I'm going to put bottom stain on the forepart. I'm selling this bottom stain now in the web store because as far as I know you can only get it in big jugs and really big jugs. So I'm selling it in small 4-ounce containers. Once the dye is completely dried, I'm going to put on a coat of burnishing ink. It's also from Phoebe's. It also comes in big jugs or really big jugs. And I am selling this in small 4-ounce containers as well now. The secret to burnishing ink is applying it thinly. I cannot stress this enough. It has to be applied thinly. You'll want to apply it with a lightweight bristle brush. And before you use it, just scrape it under a nearby table to break up any dried burnishing ink and make it soft and flexible again. And then when you use it, just dip the very tip in and spread it out thinly until it's all gone. When I have students, they want to just jam the whole brush in and then smear it everywhere. And more burnishing ink does not make a shinier surface. You want your burnishing ink spread very, very thinly so that you can get a nice shine. See how I'm continuing to use this brush and spread it out? I'm going to use everything that's left in this brush until it's completely gone. And then I'll get just a tiny bit more and finish. And once that's done, I'm going to put one more coat of bottom stain. I like to put 2 coats of bottom stain. Bottom stain also needs to be used very sparingly. If you use too much bottom stain, it will clump up and make a mess. Now, I do have a finisher, and I'll probably take these over to the finisher and give them one final polish on the finishing wheel, but I've gotten to where I do most of my polishing by hand. Now that the burnishing ink is dry, I'm just going to bring up a shine with this rub stick. This is an old trouser sock, so it's nylon. And I'm just going to give that a good polish. After I finish the sole, I'll use a decorative wheel to put a design into it. Now the sole is done and I'm ready to start laying the heels. A few weeks ago, my mother and I drove from Oklahoma to Pendleton, Oregon for the Pendleton Leather Show. Mother and I are driving through Wyoming, and we're right underneath this beautiful rainbow.
See, it's traveling right along with us, looks like.
We haven't spotted any pots of gold yet, though. It's a bummer. We took Dale's truck, packed full with supplies for my booth. At least I thought it was full until I arrived in Oregon, found a curve needle, bought the curve needle, and had to repack the truck with all of my supplies for the trip home. Dale lifted it out of the back of the truck with his forklift. It's still in his warehouse, and I hope someday soon it will be in my shop. So let's see what Morgan is up to this week.
I am making, or attempting to make, cake balls. And then I get to add frosting and smush cake and frosting with my hands.
Okay.
Guaranteed to make a mess.
I'm going to be a mother here. Did you wash your hands?
Yes, I did, because you nagged me about it before.
You know what the best part about cake balls is?
What?
If you eat one, it's not like a cake where someone can tell you cut a slice out.
Yes. Yes.
That is disgusting.
This is amazing. Woo! Woo!
I'll never eat cake balls again.
Yes. Get a close-up of my dastardly little hands. Oh. This is every 6-year-old's dream. Living the high life.
What is that?
Joy.
It's Play-Doh for adults.
It does kind of feel like Play-Doh. It just
It's turning into mush. That is so gross.
sticky enough. I can make, yes, one cake ball. One cake ball, please.
To make one cake ball out of the whole bowl.
Yeah.
I'm glad it wasn't cut out.
What's up, Paige?
So, I'm trying to pick out colors for my next pair of shoes for myself. I'm making like a practice derby. That's why it's just for me. So, but my conundrum is I want to make a really colorful pair of shoes because I love color and we have like amazing leather. Like, I don't know, this stuff's really sparkly. I have like leather with the fur on it and gold stuff and just really bright colors, but I only ever like to wear brown or black shoes. So, it makes it hard. Right now I'm thinking about going with this really dark Missouri cap and then like gold accents. That might look cool.
Maybe that will satisfy both parts of you.
Maybe. I could do beading with this. I don't know. I don't think traditional men's dress shoes have like beading.
You could make a separate piece under the quarter that's like a fake quarter and it's only about a 1/2 inch wide, and so then you cover it with the real quarter and an 1/8 or 1/4 inch of it sticks out. You understand?
Yeah.
So just like a little overlay piece and your quarter goes over it. So it appears to be a double quarter.
Could I gimp that edge?
Sure,
Could I do that on the tongue too?
sure.
Good idea has been born. Does it go all the way up? Like, would it go around the top line?
I don't know. I just gave you the idea. You're the designer now. Go for it. Draw it.
Okay. See what I can do.